Good morning. I am so enjoying today, and I want to just come to you with my very first business insight today in a very long time. Some time ago in 2013, I started a series of video recordings called Business Insight Today. And what I was doing at that time, my employment situation was between jobs. So I had moved on from a place where I had been working for nearly 8.5 years. It was clinical, but it was medical recruitment, similar to what I have been doing recently. And after 8.5 years, I felt it was time to move on to do something different, a new challenge. Only thing being, I did not have any position to go to. It wasn't for lack of trying, but it was because, you know, unexpectedly, uh, a lot of the places that I had put forth an application, there were positive responses, but it was taking quite a bit of time to process. So I had uh, received my last monthly income from this previous job at the end of October 2013. So come November 2013, right until December before Christmas, I did not have any income coming in from employment. And during that period, I encountered uh, what I can only describe as the crisis of near fear. I would say not just fear, but the crisis of irrational fear and near panic. I was gripped with panic. So I was living at that time in our mortgage home, flat, sorry, where I relied on my monthly income from my employer to make my mortgage payments and then meet some other expenses. And to have a whole month of November when there wasn't an income from an employer, that was so terrifying. As the weeks turned to days, counting down to the last day of the month of November 2013, the due date for payment of my mortgage, uh, I was terrified because I didn't know how to open up that conversation with the my mortgage lenders. Well, to tell them that I didn't have a job. And in the meantime, I did the kind of things that I didn't expect I would do, such as going to register for uh, the job seekers, go through all the rigorous routine of disclosing really personal information about my finances, my personal finances, my employment situation, my job prospects, some of which I found quite humbling. I wouldn't say humiliating, but very humbling. Uh, you know, have people cross-examine you, scrutinize where you are at, but I decided to make the best out of that opportunity because at that time, when I sat down with these people in the Department of Works and Pensions, the local job center, they were encouraged by my positive attitude. I was very confident that I would land a job. I was able to open up and let them know the efforts I had been making towards finding employment. And one of the reasons for my positive mental state was because I had been uh, motivating myself by identifying certain principles, I would call them. Uh, I had been rehearsing those principles, which is what I want to begin sharing with you on this business insight today. So, what had happened was I knew that I could not fail. I knew that um, I had proven myself in an employment 18.5 years. I knew that I had a lot of resources, a lot of marketable skills, and it was just going to be a matter of time when an opportunity came my way. So I'm going to continue talking about that journey leading up to the present. You obviously know that my circumstances changed in a very positive way. And so I'm just going to come back in a subsequent posting. And thanks for listening. Thank you.